Let's be real. Since COVID, everything's felt a little off. The world isn't what it used to be. And honestly, not in a good way. Prices are up. Inflation's eating away at your savings. Pensions feel shaky. And the future a lot of people were counting on, it's disappearing faster than they thought, and if you're being honest with yourself, you probably feel it too. Every new year we tell ourselves the same story. This year, I'll get serious about my retirement. But 2023 came and went, so did 2024, and let's face it, 2025's going to be the same, unless you do something different. So here's my ask, give me just a few minutes. Let's get real about your financial future. Not with hype, not with some motivational fluff that fades after a scroll. That kind of stuff might feel good for 5 minutes, but it won't change anything. What you do need are tools, clarity, and maybe a little wake-up call. I know you've been trying, or at least that's what you tell yourself. Maybe you set a goal like, I want to be better with money. Okay, but better how? Spending less? Earning more? Investing? Saving? Trying doesn't mean much if you're only half committed. You're not behind because life is unfair. You're behind because you're waiting for the perfect moment to start. Here's the thing. That moment? It's not coming. Inflation won't magically go away. Markets won't suddenly become less unpredictable. And no one's going to hand you a fully funded retirement. You need to start aligning your time and money right now with the life you want down the road. Maybe you've said this before. I don't have enough money to invest in Bitcoin, but didn't you have enough for 5 Starbucks this week? Didn't you spend 6 hours binge watching a Netflix show last weekend? Didn't you scroll social media thinking, yeah, I should really start investing? See the problem? You do have the time. You do have the money. You're just spending both on things that won't make future you any wealthier. The good news? We live in a time where you have control over your financial security. You can learn about Bitcoin online without spending $1. You can start investing with just $100 a week. You can hold your assets without relying on a bank or the government. So let me ask, why are you still betting on a pension or a 401k to save you? Bitcoin's not just some buzzword anymore. It's not a trend. It's a legitimate solution. It's built to protect against inflation. It's decentralized. And unlike fiat currencies, governments can't print it into worthlessness. Still, most people will waste another year sitting on the sidelines. They'll say things like, I'll buy when the price drops. I'll take this seriously next year. I'll do more research first. But deep down, we both know what that really is. An excuse to delay. And here's the truth. Saying, I want to retire comfortably is cute. But what's your actual plan? Are you tracking your spending? Are you investing regularly? Do you even know if your portfolio can handle a downturn? Or are you just hoping? Hope's not a strategy. The people who win in retirement, they don't get there by chance. They build systems, and those systems are simple. First, buy Bitcoin regularly, no matter the price. Second, store it safely. Third, hold it long term. That's it. Maybe you're still thinking, but Bitcoin is volatile? Sure it is. So is the stock market. So is your job. So is life. The difference? Bitcoin's volatility is short-term, but over the long run, it's been on an upward path for over a decade. Meanwhile, the dollar, they lose value year after year. So let me ask you, what are you really betting on? Most people will keep stalling, keep watching, keep thinking about it, but not you, because you know the truth. You're not struggling because of a lack of opportunity. You're struggling because you haven't grabbed the ones right in front of you. And no, watching YouTube videos and reading blogs doesn't count as action. You can either consume financial content like entertainment or participate in building your future. And let's be real for a second. Balance? It's a myth. You can't perfectly juggle saving, investing, lifestyle, and long-term planning all at once unless you get really intentional. That doesn't mean you have to burn out. It just means you have to prioritize. You won't build your Bitcoin retirement by tossing it into whatever scraps are left at the end of the month. It needs to come first, not last. So here's the big question. Are you really trying? It's easy to say yes, but are you showing up consistently? Because consistent action, not random bursts of inspiration, is what shapes your future. That's what separates people who retire on their own terms from those who retire because they have no other choice. I'm not saying all this from some mountaintop, but I can tell you this. I'm in the best financial position of my life. Why? Because I stopped waiting. I stopped wishing. I started acting, even when it was uncomfortable. If I could do it, what's stopping you? You and I are not that different. This is your moment, your fork in the road. And I'm not gonna wrap this up with a cute, "you got this," because maybe you don't. That's your call to make. But if you decide to lock in today, 2025 won't just be another year of maybe next year. It'll be the year you say, "This year is mine," because the world isn't going to magically get better, but you can. And that changes everything. So, are you in, or are we having the same conversation again next year? You decide and tell me in the comments.